Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Rajapren. If there are
Good
anybody
afternoon.
more, joint, wait. Otherwise, start off.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello, everyone. I'm
Your
Mrs.
speaking is
Caroline, Assistant Professor English from School of Maritime Studies, Vistas. Welcome to the IMUCET 2026 preparation class for English. Let's get started. Today's topic is one of the most important topics or the base for English grammar. It is also one of the most dreaded topics by students. I think you would have guessed it. It is tenses. Today is the day that you can clarify all your doubts in English tenses. First, let us see what is the importance of tenses. Knowledge of tenses is essential for clear communication, correct sentence formation, and scoring well in exam. Before we go into tenses, there are certain terms we should be clear to understand tenses. First comes the verb. Because when we frame sentences and when we change tenses, the verb is the one which changes its form. And it expresses when the action is done. What is a verb? I think you all will know. Verb is the word that conveys an action, an occurrence, or a state of being. An action like read, jump, walk, run, learn, and occurrence, something happening, happen, become, and state of being, exist, stand, or be in a particular state. See the examples, the sentences. We speak English always. I will be a computer engineer. You are students. Your brother is here. In this, speak tells an action. But the verbs are and is, they express state of being. And we'll see the classification of verb. The main classification is main verb and auxiliary verbs, and the forms of main verb, which is mainly used in different tenses. So that we will see. There are 5 forms. The base form or the original verb is work or write. Here I am taking both regular verb and irregular verb so that you can understand the forms clearly. The past form, we use ed form like worked, but irregular verb, it is wrote. Past participle form, it is worked for ed form, that is we add ed. And irregular verbs, it is written, given, taken. Sometimes the word does not change at all. Cut, cut, cut. So cut is the past participle also. Then comes the present participle or the gerund. That's the ing form we use in continuous tense, working, writing. Then this one is the most important form of verb, which I always tell my students to think it as special verb. That is present simple tense, third person singular. It is called the yes form verb. Works, writes, because using this verb only many do the mistake. So we will move on to the auxiliary verbs. Again, auxiliary verbs are classified into 2, primary auxiliary verbs and modal verbs. Primary auxiliary verbs, 3 are there, be verbs, have verbs, and do verbs. Be verbs has 8 forms: be, am, is, are, was, were, being, and being. So in this, be, am, is, are, these are present tense, and was and were used in past tense, being used in present continuous or past continuous, passive voice, and being also perfect tense. Have has 4 forms: have, has, had, and having. Do has 5 forms: do, does, did, doing, and done. So these are the moral verbs: may, might, can, could, will, would, shall, should, and must. So let us see how they are used in tenses. And now the another term which is very important to be aware of before we use tenses is person. See, for basic conversation, we need two people. That is the person who starts the conversation, he is the first person, and the person who listens and then responds is the second person. Here, see, I am talking to you. So I am the first person and I indicate myself with the pronoun I. Instead of pronoun, I can even use my name. So first person singular is I. Then I am talking to you. Here, if you are a group of people, whether you are a single person, I indicate you as you. So here, the second person is you, whether it is singular or plural. But first person, if in my place, group of people are talking to you, then how would we indicate ourselves? We. So first person plural is we. Now, I and you talk about somebody else. I and you talk about a third person. The third person could be a girl or a boy or someone or anything or any animal. So that is called third person singular. So here we can use pronoun or we can use the name. The name like Raja, Sheila, or we can say my son, my mother, his father, his cousin, or we can use like he, she, it. It is used to indicate things and also animals. So he, she, it, or any singular person comes under third person singular. And when we talk about group of people, group of boys, group of girls, or animals, we indicate them with the pronoun they or students, any plural. So that comes under third person plural. So knowledge of this person is very much necessary to understand the explanation for each tense. Now, did you get it? Now, what is tense? Tense refers to the ability of your verb to indicate time of an action. When the action happened, whether it happened in the past, whether it happened in the present, or it is going to happen in the future. So there are mainly 3 tenses in English. Each tense has 4 tense forms. Let's see the tabular column. Like present tense, it has 4 tense forms: simple present, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. Past tense has 4 similar 4 tense forms: simple past, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. Similarly, future tense also. So totally there are 12 tense forms. But out of these 12 tense forms, we use almost 7 or 8 tense forms in our day-to-day conversation. This past perfect continuous, future perfect continuous, mostly we don't use in our day-to-day conversation, but it is necessary for the people who write stories, who write novels, or who write articles. Now let's see the rules for every tense, the verb form, and the usage with lots of examples. So let's start with the simple present tense. The verb form for simple present tense, that is the main verb which we are going to use, That is write or writes. As I told you in the chart, classification chart, write is the irregular verb, but it is the original verb. And along with that, we are using a writes, that is the special verb I told for third person singular. So when do we use simple present tense? Simple present tense is used to express habit, often repeated actions, regular actions, routine activity, which we repeat at regular intervals, periodic actions. Then universal truth. Universal truth means the facts about our universe, our earth, the solar system, the planets. Okay. And then comes the scientific facts, then instructions. See, all these things, if you understand, if you take a deeper look, they don't change. They are the same all the time. Habits, they don't change. Routine, we follow a particular routine every day. So at that time, we use simple present tense. See the examples. I go to college every day. Here, when I am using first person singular I am using go. But when I say he, I will use goes. See the second example. They play cricket daily. Here, they is plural. So we are using the original verb, play. She writes neatly. Here, she or Raj is third person singular. Hence, we are using writes, the special. Next, the machine works well. Here, the machine is third person singular. So we are using works. Yes, in this example, water freezes at 0 degrees. Water is uncountable noun. All the uncountable nouns are treated like singulars. So that's why here we are using yes form verb freezes. The next example, the earth revolves around the sun. The earth, again third person singular, and it is talking about the universal truth. So we are using yes form verb. This one is instruction. Open the packet and pour the contents into hot water. So open, pour. Both of these are just simple present tense. Yes. Now this is the tense markers. See, this I am telling because you all are going to attend exam. So fill in the blanks or choose the correct answer or error spotting. See, these are the words which will tell you what is the tense necessary there. Okay. So in fill in the blanks, if you find these words in the sentence, you can immediately guess it is a simple present tense sentence. Okay. Words like daily, usually, always, never, regularly, periodically, every day, every week, every year. So every, whenever we are using every with the time, and hardly, rarely. So if these words are available in the sentence, that means you have to fill the blanks with only simple present tense. So these are called tense markers. So I am giving you clues so that you can attend better. The next tense is present continuous tense. So the verb form, I think the present continuous tense, most of us and almost all Indians especially, we are very thorough because all the time we keep using this present continuous tense. So the verb form is am writing or is writing or are writing. Am is used when the subject is I, and is used when the subject is singular. Are is used with plural subject. When do we use present continuous tense? Present continuous tense is used to describe an action that is going on at the time of speaking, an action or event which is planned for the future. So these two instances we use simple present continuous tense. See the example. Sita is baking a cake. He is baking a cake. Here, Sita and he, both the subjects, they are singular. So the verb is baking is used. The children are playing cricket. Here, children is plural, so we are using are playing. She is drinking Coke. I am listening to music now. Yes, subject I takes verb am. We are going on a holiday tomorrow. See, here are going is used because it is well-planned activity for the future. You are studying English grammar. So this is the activity going on at the time. So present continuous tense. So let us see the tense markers for this. Presence of adverb like now, at present, presently. If you find these words in the sentence, immediately you can fill the blanks with present continuous tense. Next is present perfect tense. The verb form for perfect tense is has written or have written. Written is past participle. Some schools they teach us V1, V2, V3. Present, past, and past participle. So it is irregular verb, it is written. If it is regular verb, it is worked or played. So usage of present perfect tense, it is used to indicate a past action without mentioning time. See, I have seen many using only simple past to indicate past action. But present perfect also very much suitable because you can see the word perfect. What is the meaning of perfect? Perfect means something complete. So that's why present perfect is used to talk about an action that is completed. But the difference is we don't mention the time when it happened. It might have happened just now. It might have happened yesterday or 10 days before or 10 years before, any time in the past. Let's see the examples. We have finished the task or you have finished the task. Second example, you see, he has reached Uti. She has reached Uti. See, in the first example, I, you, we, they, any pronoun we should use have. But only for third person singular, we must use has written or has reached. So that's why with he or she, we are using has. Our parents have given us pocket money. See, all these sentences, you should note that these activities are happening at the past, but we are not mentioning the time when it happened. My friend has arrived at the airport. I have just finished my work. The machine has stopped working. So all these actions have happened in the past, but there is no mention of time. For this tense marker, actually already, the word already is present. It is the tense marker for this. But any past activity, if time is not mentioned, it is present perfect tense. So let's move to the next one. Present perfect continuous tense. The verb form is has been writing or have been writing. When do we use present perfect continuous tense? It is used to express an action or situation that started in the past but continued in the present. The work started in the past, but it did not get over, it is still continued. See the example. Here also you have to follow that third person singular, we have to use has. We have been working on this report since 8 o'clock this morning. So when did the work start? Since 8 o'clock. So it is the time in the past. Sita has been baking cakes for 2 hours. So here, exact time is not mentioned, but the duration of the time for 2 hours is mentioned. The children have been playing cricket since 9 a.m. Here also the exact time is mentioned, the starting time. They have been working here since 2010. So the beginning time, it can be exact time or duration of time or month or week or year or century, anything. She has been waiting for you all day. So here we are using the word all day. Let's see the tense markers. For present perfect continuous tense, there are not particular word since. The starting time, if it is told by since, or the duration told by the preposition for, that could be taken as a tense marker for present perfect continuous tense. Let's move on to the next one. The past tenses. First comes simple past tense. The name itself tells that the action happened in the past. But what is the difference between present perfect tense and past simple past tense? See, in simple past tense, we talk about past action and we mention the time when it happened. But the present perfect tense, we don't mention the time when it happened. So that's the only difference between present perfect and simple past. See the examples. We saw a movie yesterday. They played a cricket match last week. Roja sent an email at noon. Here, noon indicates exact 12 o'clock. India got independence in 1947. I sometimes walked home at lunchtime. John Cabot sailed to America in 1498. She finished her work at 7 o'clock. So all these sentences, you can see the exact time is mentioned. So that's the tense marker for this. The time is mentioned as such. It is not given like since. Since means starting time. Okay. The next is past continuous tense. The verb form for past continuous tense is was writing or were writing. So when do we use past continuous tense? Past continuous tense describes an interrupted action by another event or action, or it is also used to express two simultaneous actions. Simultaneous means two actions going on at the same time. Sometimes we do multitasking, isn't it? We do some work and side by side we listen to music. So at that time, we have to use past continuous tense. So let's see the examples. She was writing a poem when you called. So in this sentence, you can see which action is interrupted. She was writing a poem. So that action was going on and it was interrupted by your call. Okay. Let's see the next one. I was having a beautiful dream when the alarm clock rang. So my dream, I was having a dream. That action was interrupted by the ringing of the alarm clock. They were browsing the net when the teacher walked in. Yes, the students were browsing the net. That action was interrupted by the teacher's entrance. Sheila was listening to music while traveling. Here, you can see the word while. That word while indicates that two actions are going on at the same time. She was listening to music as well as she was traveling. Vijay was playing online games while waiting for the bus. So here also two simultaneous actions are going on. Now let's see the tense markers for this. When and while. When is the tense marker for past continuous? When an interrupted action is expressed. And while is used when simultaneously two actions are going on. So these two words are the tense markers for past continuous tense. Next is past perfect tense. Again, perfect means completed, but here we use this to express a completed action which is started in the past and got over in the past. Okay. Especially we use this tense when we talk about two past actions at the same time. So we use this past perfect tense to express the action which happened first or happened in the remote past. Okay. So let's see the first example. When we reached the station, the train had left. You can see the sentence, it has two verbs. When we reached the station. So that is the action which happened now. And before itself, what happened? The train had left. So had left, had written. See, this is the verb form for past perfect tense. When they arrived, the meeting had begun. So arriving at the spot is the action which happened now, and the remote past, the action which happened in the remote past is that meeting had already begun. He had packed his things when the cab arrived. The Titanic had received many warnings before it hit the iceberg. I had bought a new mobile phone before the results were declared. Okay, so what are the tense markers? Presence of two verb phrases or two verbs. That is the tense marker for these sentences. One verb will be in simple past. The other verb you have to fill with past perfect tense. Okay, when they give in fill in the blanks, there will be already one verb in simple past. Understand? So all these sentences, if you see the first sentence, when we reached the station, reached, that is a simple past. So this dash we can fill had left. When they arrived, arrived is simple past. So the next dash will have past perfect tense. He packed up his things when the cab arrived. So arrived is simple past. So like this, when already a simple past verb exists in the sentence, the next dash you can fill with past perfect tense. Next, we have the past continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense, sorry. So the verb form for past perfect continuous tense is had been writing. Here, you no need to worry about singular or plural. For everything, we can use had. Past perfect continuous tense is used to express an action that is continued for certain duration in the past. Let's see the examples. It had been raining since morning the day I came. So the day I came, that also in the past, and on that day, it had been raining since morning. So for certain duration of the time, that rain had been going on. So continued. We had been playing for 2 hours every day during the summer holidays. We had been trying to open the door for 5 minutes when Jane found her key. It had been raining hard for several hours and the streets were very wet. So all these sentences you can see already the action was going on for certain duration in the past. They had been working here for 5 years till 2025. So that for 5 years, that is the duration of time. So tense markers here, we know the verb tells about the past action. The words in the sentence tell about the past time and the duration of time will be mentioned. That's the tense marker for this. Next comes simple future tense. Yes, simple future tense also many of us we use, all of us actually we use in our life because all our dreams, all our future plans, all our goals, all our past activities we express using simple future tense. Okay. So it is used to predict future event, to express future plans, decisions, And very important, we give assurance. Yes, it will happen in the future. So to give assurance also, we use simple future tense. So what is the verb form? Shall write or will write. Okay. Here shall, actually many Indians, we don't use shall, but shall is used with the I and we as subject, because shall is used to express willingness to do something. When we voluntarily, happily want to do some activity, we use shall. Let's see the example. I shall decorate the hall tomorrow, or we can say we shall decorate the hall tomorrow. That means we are very much willing or eager to do the work. We can't use shall with the he or she, because we can't express willingness for somebody else. Okay. I will pay for the tickets by credit card. So this is giving assurance. The bell will ring at 4 p.m. So prediction for the future. It will work efficiently, giving assurance. Shall I open the window? Shall we go out? Yes. These two sentences, they are expressing polite offer. Shall I open the window? So voluntarily I am offering to help. Shall we go out? It is suggestion. When we are in a group, we give suggestion. So tense marker, nothing but the time which is expressed in the sentence will be in future. Next is future continuous tense. The verb form for future continuous tense is shall be writing or will be writing. Okay. It tells about an unfinished action or event that will be in progress in future. Future, the action started and it will be continued in that time. So here also the future time must be expressed. See the first example. This time next week, I'll be skiing in Switzerland. So this time next week. So the mentioning the time of the action is must. Next Monday, you will be working in your new job. He will be coming to the meeting, I expect. I guess you will be feeling thirsty after working in the sun. You will be missing the sunshine once you are back in England. So all these sentences you can see, they talk about an action in progress in the future at a particular time. Next is future perfect tense. Future perfect tense. Perfect means completed. Okay. So let's see the verb form. It will be will have written. And it is used to express action to be completed at a specified time in future. So in these sentences also, we have to specify the time when the action will be completed in the future. For example, we will have studied every tense by the time I finish this course. He will have finished your project by the end of the next month. I will have been here for 6 months on June 23rd. You will have gone to Paris by this time next week. So all these sentences, you see, we will have studied every tense by the time I finish this course. So here exact time is not mentioned, but the words indicate that by the time you finish this activity, you will have studied. He will have finished your project by the end of the next month. I will have been here for 6 months on June. So here we are mentioning the particular time and also the duration which will be completed. You will have gone to Paris by this time next week. So the exact time next week is mentioned when the action will be completed. Next is future perfect continuous tense. Let's see what is the verb form here. Will have been writing. Okay. And future perfect continuous tense is used to express an action expected to be continuing for certain duration in future. It is most often used with your time expression. Definitely you have to mention the time, and it will tell that the action will be continued for certain duration in future. See this past perfect continuous, future perfect continuous, these tenses mostly used by novel writers and story writers. Okay, so these tenses mostly we don't use in our day-to-day conversation. And exam point of view also, these questions are rarely asked. Okay. See the first example. We will have been visiting the Taj next Sunday. So next Sunday, we will have been visiting. So we will be going around the Taj Mahal and seeing. You will have been seeing a movie tomorrow evening. So movie means it will go on for certain duration of time. So tomorrow evening, this work will be going on for certain duration. By 2027, I will have been living in London for 16 years. So already have been living in London, and by 2027, the 16 years will be going on. Next year, I will have been working here for 4 years. So this also clearly expresses the time duration. So here we see the chart for the tenses. See the verb forms, all the verb forms which we discussed, all are given in one chart. Okay. Here, I've just given a small exercise. Correct the following sentences. Can you find the error in these sentences? The first one, the earth is revolving on its axis. Can you find the mistake? Yes. See, the sentence speaks about the earth. The earth is part of the universe, and the sentence speaks about universal truth. So the earth is revolving on its axis. Is revolving is present continuous tense. But when we talk about universal facts, which tense should we use? Do you remember? Simple present tense, isn't it? The earth is third person singular, and we have to use is. For singular, we are using is. So here, it present continuous tense won't come. We have to use revolves. The earth revolves on its axis. Okay, let's see the second example. John speaks 5 languages. John speaks 5 languages. Is the statement correct? Can you tell? See, again here, it is simple present tense. That is his ability. We are talking about his ability, like habit. So it does not change. So which tense do we use to express habit? Do you remember? Yes, again, it is simple present tense. Simple present tense is used to express daily routine, habits, or regular activities. So here it is his ability or habit. He can speak 5 languages. So, but what is the verb given here? Speak. John is third person singular. So third person singular takes yes form verb. So the sentence should be John speaks 5 languages. Okay, next one. I have arrived in England last July. I have arrived in England last July. Can you identify the error? Could you identify the error? See, the time is given last July and it talks about past action. Yes, but what verb is used here? Have arrived, isn't it? Have arrived means what tense it is? Could you tell? Have arrived is present perfect tense. Okay? But here, the time last July is mentioned. When do we mention time for past activity? When we use simple past tense. Okay? So here, when the time is mentioned, then the verb should be in simple past tense. So what should be the verb? I arrived in England last July. That should be the correct sentence. Let's see the fourth one. She have completed her project. She have completed her project. Can you identify the error? The sentence talks about past activity and it is not telling the time. So what tense it is? It is present perfect tense. Yes. Okay, it is present perfect tense. Okay, but what about the verb used here when the subject is she? She is third person singular. So for third person singular, what verb should be used? Has. Okay. In perfect tense, we have to use has completed. But in this sentence, it is given have completed. So that's the error. So the right answer is she has completed her project. Next one. The machines has been serviced. The machines has been serviced. Could you identify the error? Again, the sentence talks about past activity. Also, the verb you can see, what is it given? Has been serviced. What about the subject? The machines. They are not mentioning the time of past action. So it must be present perfect tense. Okay. But here the verb is has been serviced because it is in passive voice. Okay. So it is present perfect tense, but it is given in passive voice. So it tells has been serviced. So what is the error here? The machines plural. So plural subject should take which verb? Have verb. Okay. So the answer must be the machines have been serviced. Shall we move on to the next one? My mother cook delicious food. My mother cooked delicious food. Here, you can see that they are talking. See, mother, always some action goes on always, isn't it? So our mother cooked delicious food. So they are talking about some regular activity, which happens all the time, always. Okay. So What tense do we use to mention activity which go on the same way, regular activities or routine? Which tense do we use? Simple present tense. Yes, that's correct. So simple present tense we use to express regular activities or routine or habit. Here, the subject is my mother. What person it is? My mother. First person singular or second person singular or third person singular? Which one is the answer? Third person singular. So my mother is third person singular. So the verb here must be yes form verb, special verb, that is cooks. So the correct sentence must be my mother cooks delicious food. Let's see the next example. You was present at 9 a.m. You was present at 9 a.m. Can you guess the right answer? See, here the subject is you, and yes, the sentence you see was present. Is it right when you are using was with you? See, you, though it is used for second person singular and second person plural, we must always use plural verb. We should never use was with you. You is always treated as your plural subject, and the verb should always must be in plural form. So the sentence is wrong because the right sentence is you were present at 9 a.m. Let's see the next one. We have seen a movie yesterday. We have seen a movie yesterday. Can you identify the tense? See, it is mentioning yesterday, the time of action, past action. It is talking about past action. That's very clear. But it is mentioning the time, but the verb is in present perfect tense. Have seen is present perfect tense. Okay. So what should be the verb here for simple past? The verb should be saw. We saw a movie yesterday. That's the right answer. Understand? We saw a movie yesterday. Okay. Now, see this sentence. They are drinking coffee every morning. They are drinking coffee every morning. Here the adverb every morning is given. That means what type of activity it is? Daily routine, isn't it? Every day morning I drink coffee. So routine or habit or regular activity, what tense form should be used? Yes, the tense form that should be used is simple present tense. But here in this sentence, they have used are drinking, that is present continuous tense. So that's the error here. So what verb we have to use here? They drink coffee every morning. They drink coffee every morning. That's the sentence to be used. Okay, now let's discuss some of the MCQ questions. which will help you to attend the exam in a better way. So, practice test questions. She dash to the gym every morning. Again, here you see the adverb every morning is there. So they are talking about regular activity or daily routine. So what verb will come there? Can you guess? Goes. She goes to the gym every morning. Yes. See here, the answer is goes because it is telling about the habit or daily routine. Let's see the next one. I dash a very interesting book right now. I dash very interesting book right now. See, I told when I was teaching the tense marker. Here you can see the tense marker is there right now. So what tense we have to fill there? Some activity going on in the present. So present continuous tense, that is am reading. I am reading a very interesting book right now. See the next one. They dashed the movie last night. What will come here? The time last night is mentioned. So what tense will it be? Yes, simple past tense. They watched the movie last night. See the answer? Watched. So, because it is talking about completed action. Okay, let's see the next one. The sun dash in the east. The sun dash in the east. Here, we are talking about universal truth. That does not change. It happens the same. All the time it is the same. So the sun dash in the east. What will come? Rises. Yes, the sun rises in the east. Next one. We dash in this house for 10 years. What will be the answer? Here they have given the duration of time and it is talking about the past action. So it will be there. Have lived. We have lived in this house for 10 years. Look, the baby dash. What will come? So we are telling look. That means that action is happening at the time of speaking. So it is present continuous tense. Look, the baby is sleeping. Next one. I dash my homework when the phone rang. I dash my homework when the phone rang. Here the tense marker when is there. So what tense we have to fill? I am doing some work, that action interrupted. So interrupted past action means past continuous tense. I was doing my homework when the phone rang. See the answer? Was doing. Next one. He dash just finished his lunch. He dash just finished his lunch. See, in this sentence, if you see, a part of the verb is already given. Part of the verb phrase that is finished is already given. Only the half part, that is which auxiliary verb is right. You have to choose. So what will come there? It is present perfect tense and the subject is he, third person singular. So with third person singular, we have to use the special verb, that is He has just finished his lunch. Now this one. By the time we arrived, the train dashed. By the time we arrived, the train dashed. What will be the answer? Tense marker, the sentence already contains one past verb. Arrived, simple past. So in this dash, what will come? Past perfect tense. So which is the correct word? Had left. By the time we arrived, the train had left. Next one. She dashed to the cinema with her friends last night. Here, the time last night is given. That means it talks about past action. Okay, so simple past. What is the verb suitable? Went. She went to the cinema with her friends last night. Yeah. By the time I arrived, they dashed their dinner. By the time I arrived, they dashed their dinner. Here, it is not arrived, it is not past tense. It is given by the time I arrive. That means they are talking about future. Okay, so future, by the time I arrive, something they would have completed. What work? They will have finished their dinner. They will have finished their dinner. That's the correct answer. Let's see the next one. I dashed this book since morning. I dashed this book since morning. So see the verb here, the tense marker. What is the tense marker here? Since. Since is the tense marker. It is telling the work at what time it started. Okay, morning. So what tense it is? And the subject used is I. So what we have to use? Have. I have been reading this book since morning. That's the correct answer. See here, while I dashed down the street, it started to rain. While I dashed down the street, it started to rain. Here also there is one tense marker. That word is while. Can you tell while? When do we use while? To express two simultaneous action, two actions going on at the same time. So here, what should we write here? While I was walking down the street, it started to rain. So while is there and another tense marker, that is one verb in past tense. It is already there. So we can use past continuous tense in this dash. Next one. She promised that she dashed the report by tomorrow. She promised that she dashed the report by tomorrow. Here, we know that we are talking about future. So what will come? Simple future tense. She will finish. She is giving assurance, no promising. So will finish the report by tomorrow. Next one. If it rains, okay. If it dash tomorrow, we will cancel the picnic. If it dash tomorrow, we will cancel the picnic. See, this is if conditional sentence. And in the main clause, it is will cancel, simple future tense. So definitely in the if conditional clause, it should be simple present tense. So it is third person singular. So what simple present verb should be there? Rains. If it rains, we will cancel the picnic. Now this one, he dash in this company for 10 years now. So for 10 years duration, it is mentioned duration. That means definitely it is perfect continuous. Okay. So what is perfect continuous? He has been working in this company for 10 years now. She told me that she dashed that movie already. She told me that she dash already is used. So what tense it is? Had seen. She had seen. See, not only that, it is not a simple sentence, it is indirect speech. Okay, she told me that. So indirect speech, always we have to use past perfect. In direct speech, if the sentence is in simple past, in indirect speech, we have to use past perfect. Okay. So past perfect, we have to use had seen. See. So I think by now you are thorough with all the tenses, and any doubt you can go through and you can clarify your doubts. Okay. So shall we close this session on tenses? We come to the end of the tenses session, and I wish you all best wishes to clear the IMUCET 2026 with a good score and rank, and have a confident sailing to your destination. Thank you.